so high on both sides. If you punch thrown in this area is considered a clean punch. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to protect yourself at all times. Keep the fight clean at all times. What I say, you must obey. Good luck. Touch gloves. Play Olympic.
There's your final instructions from Kenny Bayless, the referee for tonight's feature bout. And in the words of Winston Churchill, never surrender. That's what we're going to have out here for the vacant WBC Featherweight Championship, 12 rounds. Of course, it's vacant because Marco Antonio Barrera refused to take the title. And so Erik gets a chance to get it back. He doesn't have to beat, both of them get a chance to get it, but Erik going to have to beat Barrera to do it. So here we go.
We have two-time world champions in the ring tonight. The lefty with the blue trunks is Paulie Ayala. The righty with the white trunks and black trim is from Tijuana, Mexico. He goes by the nickname of El Terrible, the terrible one. And he's definitely terrible when he lands that right hand, and that's what Paulie Ayala is going to have to be very aware of. He's trying to work the body. He's trying to get off first, and people sometimes underestimate the boxing ability of Erik Morales because he's such a devastating puncher.
Well, you say styles make fights. We say it a million times. Morales, a knockout ratio of 73% in his career. Paulie Ayala, knockout ratio of 34%. Big difference in how they go about their craft. Erik Morales comes out working behind the jab. He is an excellent boxer, but he can get in there and go to war if he has to. Paulie always has good movement, very difficult to hit. A southpaw, see the good head movement right there. Comes at you from awkward angles, and he'll be inside and in your face if he can stay there.
And the thing about Ayala is he's so close to you, yet you can't hit him, and that's the thing that frustrates a lot of fighters. He's there, but he's got excellent head movement. He moves his waist extremely well, and his footwork is very good. So the guy just has he's a complete package, and that's why he only has one defeat, albeit somewhat controversial, or the way you want to look.
A technical defeat is the way I look at it, but that's neither here nor there. He's a great fighter, and you notice Erik going to try to use that height and reach advantage to help him out in this thing. There's a right hand, a stinging little right hand to the face of Paulie.
Not before he received a good right by Paulie, but there you see the difference in power and the body shots by Erik Morales, of which Paulie's going to have to be very careful.
Paulie putting together a little flurry, working downstairs and upstairs.
I was looking at punch stat numbers before, and ever since the first Barrera Morales fight, his punch output has really declined. So he's become more of a puncher, but he's really
good. Paulie on top of him right now. Look how quick.
Paulie received a good right hand there. He kind of said, whoa. He felt the punch of Erik Morales, so
body
keep
shot.
His hands up.
Yeah, good body shot there from Morales going downstairs.
He's trying to crowd him. He's trying to get his body weight on top of him, take a little bit out of Erik Morales. The speed is there, but the punching power is not. He's landing the shots, but they're not doing much to Erik at this stage of the game. We're talking about 12 rounds. That can change, but he's got to keep the pressure.
Both fighters like a quick pace.
Erik is the champ from the people here at ringside.
Couldn't tell. I have my headsets on if it was Erik or Paulie. Crowd liking this action. It's going to get better. I like some of the footwork and the combinations that Paulie threw. We can listen in now.
There you go. Good round. Keep the pressure on him. When you're getting close to him, son, we need to work on the uppercuts and the body, okay? This guy's so slow from all that weight he lost, he can't even... I can see the shots as close as I am, son. This guy is nothing, okay? Now, you got an idea of what he can do, which is nothing. How you feel? Okay, look, remember everything we've done in the gym, okay?
It's easy from that angle.
Yeah. I wouldn't call him nothing.
Got to move to the side. You got to throw some more punches. Drink some water. And here we're going to take a look at the shots that these guys exchange. A nice jab by Erik Morales. He continues trying to pound that left hand in. Paulie Ayala pressuring him, trying to crowd him, as we said. But You know, Erik did have to lose a lot of weight prior to the fight. 2 weeks ago, he caught a cold up at the Otomi. We were talking about what a hard place it was to train. Well, the cold, the snow got to Erik Morales. It was freezing up there, and he was out of training for probably like 3-4 days, and that was part of the thing that made him have to lose weight.
Paulie's got a lot of confidence and threw great combinations, and that's the way he'll work you to death. Like you said, he'll stand right in front of you and you can't hit him. Erik's going to try to work the jab a little bit. It's typical Ayala flourish right there. You will see a lot of that.
And in the corner of Ayala, working him psychologically, telling him that he had nothing in front of him, that he could take this guy. Working and saying the right things. Now, hopefully it doesn't make him overconfident where he goes and risks too much. He's still got to be intelligent. He's still got to fight his fight, but he's got confidence. Getting off quickly, Paulie Ayala, which is good for him, and it's great for the judges to see. But Erik Morales just kind of waiting for the punches to evolve from his point of view.
He's still dealing and feeling out what he's up against. You know, you can spar all you want to against left-handers, but they're not going to be as quick, and they're not going to have the skills that this guy can deliver. So Erik wants to find out what he's got. There's a right hand from Paulie. Paulie's got a really good right hand. He throws from different angles. For a left-hander, his right hand doesn't slow down one bit.
He's holding and punching, and the referee, Kenny Bayless, doesn't say anything, so he keeps doing it. He's now saying that the punches are low, but Erik Morales crouched in a defensive position.
A good uppercut. Good uppercut from Morales.
It's going to be one of those things. Do the judges like the aggressiveness of Ayala or the effectiveness of Morales? And that's, I guess, we'll have to wait to the end of the 12th round if it goes that distance, and they're the ones deciding it.
Exactly. And you also had a fight earlier, Guti Espada, in our opinion, because we were looking at it from the standpoint of harder punches. Barely got by with a split decision because Bones Adams was busier. Here comes Paulie. Good footwork from Paulie as he pushes Morales back. Morales goes back to the body.
But that right was pretty impressive. You were commenting on how powerful that right is, how he knows how to work it from different angles. And you know what? This sport is also about leverage. And if you can get the right leverage on that punch, your opponent's going to feel it. Nice right there by Erik Morales, making Paulie go back and making him miss.
Erik, good right hand from Erik.
That's what people.
Erik to the body, to the face. Erik's starting to feel it now. He's getting just as busy as Paulie's been.
And maybe that's a monster you don't want to wake up.
I don't think so.
Whoa!
Good right hand. Solid right hand from Morales. And he threw it while he was stepping to the side. It was a great punch. Such great lateral movement he has. I mean, he can sting you pretty hard.
You know what? It's great to watch it as a commentator. It'd be great to watch it as a fan, as a judge. I do not envy them. Let's listen in on the corner. Keep maintaining him at a distance. Asking him for water. He's being hurt down to the body.
Let's take a look at some of it here, Bernardo.
We're going to look at Paulie with the excellent movement. And there he goes, moving to his right and countering with the perfect right hook, and it's right on the jaw. And that's what you like about Erik, and that uppercut that you had mentioned earlier in the fight, earlier in that round. And he's just looking impressive. When he lands well. And that's what Paulie has to be careful about. He's very busy, is the Texan, but effectiveness is going on the side of Morales, so he's got to be very careful of that, and we will have to see how the quick weight loss is going to affect Erik. It's only the 3rd round. The fight's scheduled for 12. Shouldn't be a factor here, but down the stretch, we'll see what happens.
All right, now both fighters know what each other one has in terms of power and quickness, and then get into the 3rd round, then they really start getting down to business. Erik Morales out of Tijuana in the white trunks, Paulie Ayala out of Fort Worth, Texas in the blue trunks. Both great champions finally meeting in the ring. Contrasting styles, to be sure. Start with the basics. One's a southpaw, the other one's right-handed.
And we're already getting the one guy stepping on the other guy's foot. You know, Morales' left foot, Paulie's right foot. They're all over each other. And that can be a factor because a trip and a punch that's well landed can end up in a 10-8 round for either guy.
Erik Morales starting to find the range, work behind his jab a little bit, but he's very quick and he can come at you from all angles. He's going right to the head right now of Ayala. Ayala had a short flourish early in this round. We'll see how he comes around as the round progresses inside 2 minutes in round 3.
There's that right hand by Paulie Ayala once again. If Erik doesn't get that left hand up on time, the right hand's going to be there for him all night long.
Morales is going to have to get on his bicycle and chase Paulie around the way this is going.
Well, Paulie already tasted a little bit of power. Look at the body shots by Erik Morales. That's the thing with Erik. He can go up, he can go down, and he's going to hurt you either way.
Look at Paulie working off that right hand, coming back after he's hit a couple of times. Then he throws in a couple of shots. Very difficult rounds to score depending on what you're looking for and how you judge fights and what you want to see. A long way to go. Scheduled for 12 for the WBC featherweight title of the world.
Oh, what an uppercut.
Good uppercut.
Just when it looked like Paulie was getting the upper hand, he was getting the speed going, now he's going to the body, but Erik Morales can turn the tide in just 1 second, one punch.
Now Paulie coming back and trying to work the body and getting Erik into the corner. Morales kind of likes it over there.
He's one of those rare guys that can fight you with his back to the ropes, and he's just as comfortable as out in the middle of the ring. So
the uppercut's been the key for Erik. Now he's going to the head. Paulie trying to counter.
Ayala connected with a nice left there on the counter, but it's all about power, and there's no doubt that Erik's got it, and Paulie's working on it. Paulie's got some bleeding on the lower lip. It's no doubt those uppercuts that have been connecting right up the crack. They told him, go right up the middle and it's there for you. And that's exactly what he's doing. Paulie, though, he's not putting his hands down. He's going for it, too.
Final 10 seconds of the round. Morales, big punch in this round. Oh, throwing the right from outside. He looks like he's gaining a lot of confidence in there, Bernardo. And Paulie counters. They're both great champions. What can you say?
I think the crowd's saying it for us. They're getting their money's worth, and they're happy with what they're seeing in the ring. They're seeing Paulie Ayala go out and do what he can. Let's listen in.
See if there's any blood in there. I can't really see that much.
It was a lip.
Awfully quiet in there.
You gotta be first, okay? That's what we're talking about, being first. We've got to be first, okay? Danny, give it a little bottle of water.
He does have to get out there and beat him to the punch, because if he's counter-punching, that means Erik's landing like that.
Ooh, woo. That's a tough punch. But Paulie's, he's tough. I mean,
we're going to take another look at another uppercut. He's making Paulie go to the body, and right when he thinks he's got him against the ropes, there goes that uppercut, and he doubles it up. And when you give Erik the chance and you're there, you're going to get hit.
Going to round 4 is nothing more painful than having an uppercut rip right up through your nose. That is a very painful punch. Round 4 scheduled for 12 for the WBC Featherweight Championship. Erik Morales in the white trunks, Paulie Ayala in the blue trunks. It's been a fast and furious fight, just like we thought it would be.
And you got to take into account, Erik's been in a dozen wars. He's taken the punches from the best in the division. And Paulie Ayala is now learning that. I mean, he's taking the punches as of right now, but they no doubt are having an effect on him. And the defense by Erik Morales, he gets hit right there, but he had blocked a couple of punches.
Good left hand from Morales. Paulie Ayala trying to get busy with combinations inside. Morales steps back and cracks him with a left. Ayala trying to left hand. It backs off Morales on the ropes. Big left hand over the top from Ayala. His power hand.
And again, the uppercut with the right by Erik Morales neutralizes all that great work that Ayala had done, but Ayala's coming alive.
Now there's a good right hand from Morales backing Ayala up. Ayala came out determined in this round 4 to make this a big fight and a big round. Ayala pressing the action.
It's all fine and dandy, but when you're up against Erik Morales, they call him terrible for one reason. It's because you don't want to be in a fight, in a war with this guy. And unfortunately for Paulie, he's stuck in a war with this gentleman.
His left eye is swelling just a bit right now. We'll keep an eye on Paulie's left eye. Good right hand, quick right hand. Cobra quick from Morales.
Double left hook, nice and short. He waits till Paulie lets loose the jab, and he's hurting him. Paulie now is the chant here at the Mandalay Bay Event Center.
You know what? Erik Morales has been in this type of thing so many times. did you have to wonder, he just loves it. I mean, this is the kind of fight, it's the only way he knows how to fight.
A man is an idol for one reason, because he wins the war, and he goes to war every single time. He's willing to lay it out on the line, and now we're going to find out if Paulie's willing to do the same. He's done it before, but never against a man like Morales.
Paulie's fighting a really good fight, too. It's a really good matchup. Paulie's got a lot of heart, a lot of courage, and he's showing it tonight.
Paulie's an excellent fighter. He's very aggressive. He's doing what he can against a guy who's stronger, who's a little bigger than him, and who punches very hard. So he's got to be aggressive, but he's got to control that aggressiveness, because one mistake can be the end for either guy, because Paulie's been landing too.
Morales is still looking to throw that uppercut. Ayala really pressing in this round.
It's a chess game, because Erik Morales says, if you throw your strong hand, I'm throwing my strong hand, and we'll see who's stronger.
Right. Well, we'll determine that over the course of a 12-round fight for sure. Last 10 seconds, round 4.
Whoa.
Morales, good left hand from Paulie Ayala. Good combination, and Morales is on Ayala. Morales, good right. Wow.
No words needed to describe that. There's Letty Ayala, who's giving encouragement to her husband, Paulie Ayala. Let's go to the corner.
You gotta do what you're doing, son, okay? Gotta be working that jab, okay? But don't stand in front of him. Move, give him a little more angles, okay?
Right at the
end of the round. Incredible. Paulie Ayala's going to land a great hand, but then he just wakes up Erik Morales. He hits him upstairs, and then he goes to the body, and he just keeps landing until Kenny Bayless intervenes between the two. And this is the type of war that Erik Morales revels in.
Exactly. He knows he's very comfortable in there with that going on. It's like when you ring his bell, it just wakes him up.
He's like, thank you.
Thank you.
I needed that.
Throw a bucket of water in my face.
Wow.
But you know what? These guys have been in so many great fights. They're so calm. I watch them as they go to their corner between rounds. Going out for round 5, scheduled for 12. This thing is smoking hot, folks. What a great matchup here for you on Top Rank Championship Boxing.
Aggressiveness incessantly by Paulie Ayala, who's got one speed, and that's forward. The guy just knows how to fight. He knows he has to go at Erik Morales. He went a little low there, no big deal, hit him on the leg. Kenny Bayless knew it was unintentional, but really it's got to start getting in Paulie Ayala's head that he's landed some great punches, and they basically have done nothing to Erik Morales. And also for Erik, I mean, he's landed some great shots, and Paulie's right there in his chest going toe-to-toe. No fear in this guy. This Texan just came to fight. He's got the heart the size of Texas, and now he just needs to get the punch somewhere.
He's tasting a little bit of an Erik Morales jab. Paulie not as aggressive as he was in round 4, but he'll be there for us. I'll guarantee it. There he is, working off his jab. Morales, they were talking about in the Paulie corner how slow he was. He doesn't look too slow to me. Maybe if all the weight loss might affect him in later rounds. Paulie looks certainly bulked up to me, from what I've seen of his body in the past.
Even looks bulkier than Erik at this point.
Exactly.
And in reality, I mean, you're talking about one guy who's trying to lose it and one guy who's trying to put it on. And so for Paulie, it's all muscle, and he gets hit right in the stomach. What a beautiful body shot by Erik Morales. Now the uppercuts by Paulie, but the gloves are there, so they deflect some of the force.
Paulie not as aggressive getting inside as he was. I think maybe the end of that last round might have taught him a lesson about something, because he took a lot of punches in the end of the round 4, so he's not the same in this round, but here he comes. He'll come on all night long.
Oh yeah, you can count on the fact that Paulie Ayala will be throwing punches if 20 rounds if necessary. He comes in great condition. Erik Morales is coming back with everything he's got too, so these guys are just going at it.
Great counter punching from Morales.
And Paulie's kind of twitching with his jaw, kind of moving it around, so he definitely felt that right.
Morales up on the ropes, and that's where he'll come out off that ropes like a snake in the grass and pop you.
Just when you think you're getting the upper hand.
Right there, he's kind of rope-a-doping a little bit. Playing a little possum right then, and here he comes. We've seen it so many times. I think that's his go-to-war position.
What a nice left uppercut. Right from the bottom. He's working it from the toes on up. And he's getting all his body behind those punches. Paulie Ayala trying to do what he can. This is a great fight.
Excellent fight. Final seconds, round 5. Morales, Ayala getting into it. I think Bayless is going to get clocked. I think Kenny better be careful.
Kenny Bayless can end up a 160-pounder on the mat if he's not careful.
Yep.
Watch the hands when you're inside, okay? Keep them up.
Ni bien te pones así, Erik, ni bien te se clavan los guantes, Olivarito, ni bien te pones así, lo levanta de acá y acá, como hacen con la mano.
When you get crouched down, you got that perfect angle to come straight up, and you can even pick him off the mat. You got to keep it inside. And now we're going to see exactly what they were talking about, the corner, the defense. Look at the head movement. He's right there. He's moving his head, his body, and there's the uppercut they're talking about, right up the crack and onto Paulie Ayala's jaw. And then he says, you like that one? Here it goes to the body.
I'm giving a slight advantage in these early rounds to Erik Morales, but like I said, it depends on who's looking at it and how they're looking at it. We're going to round 6. It will be decided in the ring, so we don't really have to worry about it. It's not our job. It's these guys' jobs to fight. Paulie comes out more aggressive in round 6 than he did in round 5. Little flourish at the end of round 5. There's that uppercut again. And
if you look at Paulie Ayala's left eye, it's getting inflamed, so they got to do some work over in that corner, because if he's having trouble with 2 eyes against Erik Morales, you don't even want to think about what will happen if he can only look out of that right. 2 of the greatest fighters of our time in the ring together finally. And what a show they're putting on for the folks at Mandalay Bay tonight. Paulie Ayala, more aggressive here, probably concerned about some swelling. And Erik Morales out there stalking, moving. He just got caught with a left. He just got caught with a left. Pretty solid punch right there from Ayala. Pretty solid punch, but then on the break, he gets Ayala in the body. Both of them exchange there. Impressive left by Ayala. He's got to be careful with it. Both of them ate it. Both of them ate it a little bit right there on that exchange. That had potential for a double knockout. Imagine that. Well, Paulie Ayala is really landing that left hand, and I mean, he's getting the body behind it. He's doing everything right. His eyes looking pretty bad. His eyes looking worse and worse, and we're just in round 6 of 12, halfway through round 6. Ayala doing what he does best, just staying busy. Morales standing in front, looking to come up through the middle and crack that uppercut right up the seams. Morales feeling the battle physically. I mean, you can tell he's breathing from his mouth. How much is that weight loss going to have to do with his stamina? I mean, when you get a guy in a sauna for 4 consecutive days, it's got to do something to him. Exactly. It's got to be tough. That would be his biggest concern coming in. We've seen it before, fighters losing so much weight and running out of gas. 1 minute left. Here we go. Good right hand. Another right hand, backing Paulie back. Paulie got hurt there. Body punch from Morales. But then he comes back with a right of his own. This is a war, ladies and gentlemen. Good right hand from Morales. Ayala eating a lot of punches, and now comes back with a right. We're in the 6th round. You can be sure this fight was called Never Surrender for one reason, and it's because these 2 warriors will never, ever say no mas. Coming up on 20 seconds. The longest 20 seconds of the fight for these guys. The right hand has been effective from Ayala. Morales now moving. And then jabbing. Beautiful. Good right hand. What beautiful movement. Ayala trying to stalk. Wow. We've got to let you hear it. We've got to let these people be heard.
Just keep it up,
That's what they paid to see.
That looks good.
What a great matchup. What a great matchup.
Give me the Vaseline here. Let me see your lip.
Let's look at Ayala. He's going to land a beautiful shot right here, right up the crack. And he lets Morales know that he's here for one thing. He wants to take the title. But what a counter, what an answer by Erik Morales. If the gloves hadn't been there, the guy's got great defense. If not, wow. Rearranged his nose.
That shows you a prime example of the will that Morales can impose upon his opponent when he's coming right at you, tagging you right on the nose. You got nowhere to go but backwards. Morales will get right in your face and just force you to back up. If you don't back up, you're going to be sitting down flat on the ring. Round 7. Oh boy, is this fun.
We're past the midway point of this fight. And now it's going to get even more interesting. We've had 6 great rounds of fighting here. And Erik Morales trying to impose his will against a bulldog type Paulie Ayala, who has taken the punches, who has taken the punishment, and who has doled out maybe the hardest punches
Good right hand
in his life.
Good right hand, and he continues to land it. There's a body punch. Paulie's getting his dander up a little bit. I think he's riled. I think he got riled in that last round, and he came out strong in this round. And that eye's not looking so hot, but it hadn't gotten that much worse. They've been putting the and swell to it, so that works. But look at Morales and his movement over in the ropes.
There goes something that Kenny Bayless does not approve of, but you got to give Erik Morales credit. The defensive movement that he's shown tonight, the head movement, the waist movement, the leg movement. He's been all over the ring, and he's almost been unhittable as well. So, I mean, just when you think you've seen the last great thing of Erik Morales, he comes up with something new.
Ayala very busy. All over, when you give him a spot, he tries to tag it.
Top of the head, that eye is not looking good at all, like you said before.
They've been putting the and swell to it, but it could be a major factor. We got 2 things going. Look at those uppercuts, just keeps ripping them. Oh, the bolo punch coming from Morales, and he jumps on Ayala.
Lands the left and
good right hand.
Come on, then.
Paulie says bring it. Paulie says bring it on. Conditioning will be everything in this fight.
Some reason or other, Bob Arum came up with the name Never Surrender. It's rarely wrong.
Bob Arum knew what he was doing. He put this fight together. He told us it would be all out from beginning to end because neither guy knows how to surrender.
Now Paulie's getting the upper hand, even though Erik's comfortable around the ropes. He's just not moving, but
good
look at
right
that.
hand. That's what he does. He puts you into his office. That's his office right over there. Don't go in there. Good body punch.
Look at Paulie, resilient as ever. He's just jabbing away.
I'm seeing some, is that some blood I'm seeing on the trunks?
Yep. Hit him with a forearm right there. It's from the nose of Erik Morales. Nice left again by Paulie Ayala. And this is the Erik Morales we're used to seeing. Blood flowing in a war.
Big left hand from Morales. He's hopping on Ayala now. Ayala covering up. 2 big punches right there. Good combination. Ayala going backwards. Morales trying to finish him up. But Paulie fights back. Oh, my.
What is this? The 7th time we've seen the people on their feet and yelling.
What
Beautiful.
a great show. What a great show.
This round, I want you to do the same thing, but I want more movement. Okay, I need for you to move a little bit more, okay? A little bit more, move. Don't stay in front of you, okay? I want some more movement. Continue doing what you're doing, but you gotta do it with giving you side angles, okay?
We're gonna take a look at the best action in this 7th round. Paulie Ayala going at it, playing possum as Erik Morales, and just when you thought you had him, here comes a double bolo punch. There's a right, and then there came a left. Erik answering to Paulie's great offensive, and Paulie just feeling the punches. Look at that.
That eye's looking bad.
And the
Bernardo,
referee and the doctor are up there taking a look at it.
The eye's looking bad. If it closes, he's in big trouble because he won't be able to see that right hand. If you're a Morales fan, you got to be concerned about all the weight loss and all the stuff he's had to go through as we get into a war. We knew it was going to be like this. We're in round 8, and Paulie's eye is not looking so hot, folks.
And it's been clean punches. That right hand, whether it be a cross, an uppercut, a hook, it's been landing on Ayala's face, and you've got to give Ayala a lot of credit. He's taken some great punches. Lesser men have fallen, have crumbled against Erik Morales. And tonight, Ayala's proven he's no lesser man. He's a great man and a great boxer.
Paulie might have some sense of urgency with the eye condition that he has now. He's one of his corner wanting to do more footwork, more movement. It's not just stand there and get hit, but it's hard to say that and what you're going to do against Morales. Morales is now stalking him across the ring.
People not happy at all with Ayala being hit. I don't think they appreciate the eye closing, and they're afraid that he's going to get hurt. But Ayala's resilient. Ayala wants it, but that eye is looking ever more badly.
He can't see out of that eye at this point, I would imagine. And here comes Morales, and Morales will show no mercy.
This type of sport, unfortunately.
That's
nice
what it
body
is.
shot.
Well, when you do that kind of damage, it's earned damage. You know, that's what you're in there to try to do. You got to take your man out any way you can. Ayala, I know he's got to be feeling a sense of urgency with that eye. He can't see. That is a bad-looking eye.
Another jab. He's got to keep that left hand up. I mean, that's his power shot, but he can't let it loose because of the danger of the right hand by Erik Morales finishing him off. And that's going to be the biggest concern for Paulie. That left hand, he cannot leave the side of his head. It does, and then it comes right back up.
We're in round 8. Round 8. What a night it's been with these two great fighters. Ayala gutting it out. Got a swollen eye. Working as hard as he can to do what he does best, which is stay busy. Look for the openings. He's up against a guy with a lot of power and a lot of reach. Will Erik Morales have enough in the tank after so much weight loss and the concerns he's had? Barely made weight.
He's after him. He wants it. He smells the fact that his fighter cannot see out of his left eye, and he's going in for the kill. I mean, he really wants to finish him off, but then again, he's got to respect Ayala. He's got great boxing skills, great movement. He's just not easy to hit.
You're seeing the best of both guys, from boxing skills to heart and courage. It doesn't get any better than this, folks. Two fighters going at it for the championship of the world. Look at Morales and Ayala coming back. It's so fast and furious you can't keep up with it. You can just enjoy it. Look at Paulie. Morales standing in front of him with his hands to his side, and now he jumps on him with 10 seconds left in the round. Morales still throwing. Good solid punches.
Kenny Bayless getting close.
I'm telling you, Kenny Bayless is going to get knocked out.
It's been 8 rounds, and 8 times the people have just ovationed these guys. Deservedly. Need some water for Erik.
Respira por la boca.
Breathe through your mouth.
Respira por la boca. Sí. Respira por la boca, viga, grande, grande.
Big breath through your mouth. Inhale.
Erik Morales
Remember the angles that you use.
has the misfortune. Listen.
Okay? That's what you got to do, okay?
Take a look at some of the great punches here thrown by Erik. The defense of Paulie, but nonetheless, no matter what he does, that right is landing, because when you're fighting with one eye against two, and those two fists are coming at you, it's definitely a mismatch. Look, there it is. Take a good look.
That is really bad, and the Answell's having not much effect, and here we are in round 9. We're getting down to serious business, folks. B-I-D-N-E-S, business.
You could put a Z there too, and it's all good, because these guys are not playing around. Paulie Ayala, tip your hat to this man, because many a man would have surrendered, but not this guy. It's called never surrender, and you really will have to take it from him. You have to take his will. You have to take his heart, and Erik seems more than willing to try.
Erik Morales, if you're concerned about the blood dripping from his nose, that's a good left. And Erik fakes like he's really hurt, which means he was probably really hurt. Oh, what a shot.
Wow, liquids flying all over the place.
As I was saying about Erik's nose, he has the misfortune of having a large proboscis, and he gets it hit quite a lot. He's used to it, so don't worry about his nose bleeding. I can't remember a fight where he hasn't had blood coming from his nose. Oh, a good right hand. Oh, I felt that over here. Bernardo, surely some of this has got to do some damage that's going to add up sooner or later on Paulie Ayala.
And the one thing that you got to look at is Erik's been in these wars. Ayala has never been hit like this. At what point does the corner look towards tomorrow and say, this is enough today?
There's a lot of accumulated punches he's absorbed, and he's out there fighting with one eye. But trust me, Paulie Ayala will not back down. You'll have to drag him out of there.
Ooh, nice
body punch, yes. Nice.
Erik just going up and down, and you can see Ayala's discouraged, but he keeps coming forward. He takes a breath. He says, I got to do this. I got to go forward. And then he goes and he gives his best against an Erik Morales that just will not quit.
What a great matchup, because these guys are putting everything they have out there for you. They're putting everything they have. It's the only way they know, and that's why they're champions.
Ayala breathing from the mouth. The body shots are taking effect, and then a great combination by the Texan.
He's not done. He's not done.
No means. This is one valiant warrior in the ring tonight, wearing black trunks with the American flag proudly on the back of those trunks, because he's making a lot of people proud tonight against a Mexican warrior himself. One guy, unfortunately,
Paulie's still throwing to the body. Look at him, Bernardo. The man's still throwing to the body, still coming forward with one eye.
He knows that's his shot. He knows if Erik had problems with the weight, the body shots may take their toll come the 11th and 12th round. Erik looks in great shape, though. Erik looks like he's ready. I mean, he always looks this way at this stage of the fight.
We'll see if he hits that 11th round wall they sometimes hit. We're in the 9th, final seconds. Tough round to score here. I think they both, as much as they can, kind of took that one off. Although Ayala might sense he's slightly behind, I have no idea how they're going to score it. 3 more rounds, they say. 3 more rounds.
It's 9 minutes of hell.
That's good.
I wouldn't want any part of it. I can guarantee it. Oh, that ice, just, I mean.
Can you say, Paulie?
Here's Erik showboating a little bit. The left was effective. I mean, it was a great punch, and they said, oh, you hurt me.
Which means he did.
Which means that was a great shot.
How can you be in a fight like this and ooh, that was a nice punch. I give that round to Ayala, to tell you the truth.
Definitely.
But how can you be in a fight like this, in a war, and have the presence of mind to just be so relaxed out there to do a little shtick? He did some shtick right up there in the ring.
Little stand-up action.
Stand-up action. Everybody's laughing. In the middle of a fight like this, are you kidding me?
Guy's trying to knock your head off. Almost does.
And you're just standing there and smile.
Having a little fun.
Round 10, oh my, it's fun. Glad you could be with us here on Top Rank Championship Boxing from Mandalay Bay. 10 rounds. Paulie Ayala in the blue trunks. Erik Morales in the white trunks. And they have put on a show, folks.
Tit for tat, these two guys are just going at it. They're exchanging punches. You want to go to the body, I'm going to go to the body. You want to go upstairs, I'm going upstairs. A war of attrition between these two guys, and you can do nothing else but tip your hat to Erik Morales for the punches he's thrown and the defense he's displayed, and for Paulie Ayala for the heart and for the sheer courage of keeping at the game. He's just punching at will, and
with one eye.
One eye.
He's got one eye open. The other one's closed. There's no way he could see out of it. But so far, since that happened about 3 rounds ago, Erik Morales has not landed a big right to that side. Erik just lands wherever he can land. Round 10, folks.
That's part of what helped Ayala, the urgency that he felt to need to come out and do something. And he really has turned it on in the last couple of rounds. I mean, they're tough rounds to score, but Ayala's just going at it. Keeping his left hand up, very intelligent, making sure his left eye doesn't get any worse.
I don't want to give the impression that Ayala's not in this fight. He's definitely in this fight. It's just that he's got a lot of damage to his head. I think it's going to be a very tough fight to score, as you said. Nobody has hit the canvas. Both have landed some really effective shots in this fight. Paulie Ayala just comes for, and he has worked that. If Erik Morales is not in great shape, we'll know it, because that body of his has been pounded on and pounded on. Ayala reminded me of what Julio Cesar Chavez used to do to his opponents. Just go to the body, and finally the tree would fall.
Most definitely chop a man down that way. And you look at Erik's side, and it's red. I mean, the guy has just taken some beautiful shots by Paulie Ayala, who, like I said, just is not taking it a notch down. I mean, he's just been on 10 all the way through.
Folks, if you have never seen Paulie Ayala and Erik Morales fight, you're getting a treat tonight. The respect for these two guys could not be overestimated, and the respect they have for one another.
On my way to the fight, on the way down from the room in the elevator, a lady said, "You know what, are you going to the fight?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to announce it." And I said, "Are you going?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "You don't even know. This is my first fight ever." I said, "You are the luckiest person if this is the first fight you're ever going to see in person, because these guys are just going toe-to-toe, giving it their all, never surrendering, and we're going to start the championship rounds as this 10th round comes to a close here in Las Vegas."
Well, it's way past gut check time. Paulie feeling it. I think Paulie's coming on a little bit in these last couple of rounds after absorbing a lot of punishment in the middle rounds. This is going to be a very difficult
rounds,
fight.
son.
Here we go, final two rounds.
To make it to where the judges can't take this away from him, son. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, we got to do wait and don't move straight back on this guy, okay? These are the championship rounds that we've been looking for, son. You've got to stay busy, okay? Just your speed.
Una pelea muy grande.
This is a great fight.
No hay que pensar que está ganando la pelea muy grande, ¿ok?
You can't believe that you're winning the fight big. You can't believe that, they said.
Do not believe you're winning big.
And
That's what I just said in that round, that Paulie Ayala's in this fight, folks.
Most definitely.
Look at that.
I got it a 1-point fight. It's a great fight. He's coming on strong in the last couple of rounds, and it's those 2-3 rounds that can go either way that I'm afraid of in terms of what the judges are going to do. So you can't put it in the judges' hands. You got to go out and do it yourself.
Round 11, I got a feeling El Terrible is going to take it up a notch. That's how he wins fights. He doesn't win fights counter-punching. Here he comes.
There's that strong jab. There's the movement by Erik Morales, but Paulie Ayala not intimidated at all. Paulie has shown that he can take a punch, and he's shown that he can land the punches too. He's going to the body. He's just got one thing in mind: work the body and then go up top. Nice right by Morales.
Good right, he snuck in there. I tell you what, this is where we'll know. Bernardo, this is where we're going to know. After all those body punches, 11th and 12th round. We talk about the weight loss. Erik Morales has such a huge heart. They both have. I can't take anything away from either one of them, but we've seen Erik in these situations before, and Paulie also.
And like they said in Paulie's corner, these are the championship rounds. This is what we wanted. You didn't want to get taken out early by Morales, and here you are. You got the rounds that you asked for. Ayala coming in a little with a head against Erik Morales. He wants to get in tight. He wants to box him in, and he wants to get the inside shots because that's what he wants, the body and those uppercuts.
That's what Paulie wants right there.
That's what Erik wants. He wants the distance, he wants the jab, and then the counter. Whoa.
There's a big one that missed right there, the left. Paulie, when he loads up that left, he can do some damage. I get the feeling Erik might be a little winded, to tell you the truth.
Definitely, and this is what we were talking about, that rapid weight loss, that need to be spending 4 days in the sauna to lose those 6 pounds he was over due to a cold that he got at the Otomi. I mean, that could be the difference in the fight.
Didn't I tell you by around 11 we'd see if he's losing steam? Well, there's the measure right there. He's not as crisp as he was 3 rounds ago, but he'll dig down. Morales will dig down again, so will Paulie. There's not going to be anything left to be said when this one's done, trust me.
Wow.
I'm expecting an explosive 12th round if we get there. I mean, it's going to be all out.
Have we seen any less?
We haven't seen any less, but I'm telling you, they're going to dig down from their toes all the way to their head in that 12th round if they make it that far, and they are going to leave it all out there. Good exchange here. Both fighters scoring. You be the judge. I can't.
No, thank you. I'll take the announcer job tonight.
I'm leaving it for you folks out there watching top-ranked championship boxing tonight. You be the judge about what you've seen.
And you know who the winner is? The people.
The people are the winners.
Great fight
Fox fans, boxing fans, fight fans. Now Morales up on his toes. Final 10 seconds of the round. Final 10 seconds, round 11. Oh, they're setting the stage for what we thought was going to happen. Didn't I write down 12 rounds for you right before the fight started?
Yes, you did. I see it on my paper, and here it goes. It's time for the championship rounds, and we got to hear what the corners have to say.
Oh, my goodness.
Last round, baby. That's what we've been looking for. You gotta punch, okay? You gotta punch. Look, you gotta throw more than one punch, Paulie. This is your last round.
Look
baby.
at that. 11 times he's gone the distance. 11 times he's come out with his hands raised.
Last and final round.
This is what he wanted. I know that Ayala, coming into this fight, wanted it to go to distance. He felt like that was his best chance.
I want you to
talk
touch
about a
gloves.
fighter
Last
as
and final round. Último round.
Last round.
Ya que tome un poquito. Tómala, tómala,
Put some water.
I don't know that you are, Paulie. It's close, but I want this last round. You can win the title, okay? Okay? Come on, baby.
One's honesty.
It's close. It's
a tight fight.
he said, be honest. Hell, what difference does it make you going in there anyway?
Not us throwing the punches. No. It's not the corner. It's all you, Paulie.
What a fight. They touch gloves. Two great champions. What a show.
If it's up to me, the winner of this round takes the fight.
Probably does. Probably does, Bernardo. Here we go. I told you they'd bring it. The engines are stoked, and they're firing on all cylinders. Morales going to the body. Ayala exchanging right in the middle, coming back. Morales gets tagged with a right. Good head movement from Ayala.
And this is where Ayala wants to be, in close. Erik needs to keep him at a distance. He needs to stretch out those arms.
Julio Cesar Chavez was imploring him to slow down a little bit. I saw him standing up on the other side.
Well, calm down, huh?
Yeah, calm down. Imagine Chavez telling you to calm down.
After what he did to Meldrick in the 12th round, right?
Right.
There is no calm in these two guys. They know one thing, and that's to go out, throw punches, and not until the final bell rings will you see these two gentlemen stop throwing punches. They're going to give each other a big hug because they both deserve it. But up until then, they are the worst of enemies.
Exactly what we thought we'd see. Does Ayala get the advantage because he got the distance that he wanted? He's 11-0 in fights that go the distance.
Low blow there, called by Kenny Bailey. He's just got to be very careful here in the 12th round not to give it away.
Halfway done of the final round.
Nice right by Erik. Body shots by Ayala.
Both fighters have absorbed a lot of punishment. Morales still pressing the action. A good left hand from Ayala.
A beautiful left, beautifully landed. And when you take into account that from the 8th round on, Ayala's left eye has been closed, it just gives you even more respect for this young man from Fort Worth, Texas.
I think that he has really earned everybody's respect. Oh, good uppercut. That hurt. Here he comes. Here comes Morales. Ayala coming back, fighting with one eye, fighting with heart.
And let's
going
see,
backwards.
Erik Morales knows how to close the show. Paulie Ayala's got to do his best to keep him off of him because you know Morales is going to be right on top of him.
Here he comes over the top once again. Ayala trying to stand his ground and throw a left. Morales will throw for the final 35 seconds. He wants Ayala out of there. Ayala wants it to go to distance to have a chance. Whoa, good right hand. Once again, Ayala absorbing a lot of punishment. Now he's on the ropes. A good right hand. Ayala on the ropes, falling through the ropes. Back up. Ayala's back up. 17 seconds.
The people on their feet here at the Mandalay Bay Hotel and Casino, and you could expect nothing less. These two guys deserve it, and this is about the finish.
Erik Morales. Erik Morales pouring on the coals. Ayala fighting with one eye. That's it. That's it. It went the distance. What a fight. What a fight. What a fight.
Have you ever seen a more exciting fight? Woo! It's tough.
Not more.
Woo! Look at Paulie Ayala, a true warrior. He went 12 rounds with a great champion, Erik Morales, proving himself that he is too a great champion at 122, but 126 is a different story. He took the punches though. That was a big question. Julio Cesar Chavez is up in the ring with Erik El Terrible Morales. What more moral support can you have than the great Mexican legend?
Brings tears to the eyes almost to see him. He was standing in the corner on the other side. He was worried. I think he thought that Morales had won this fight on points and didn't want him to go out there in the 12th round, but you might as well try to stop a charging bull. You can't stop him. That's the way Morales is going to try to finish, leave nothing to chance. I don't know what's going to happen. There's a lot of rounds in here that could have gone either way. I wouldn't want to venture to guess if you paid me to. Ayala, unbelievable, fighting with one eye, never stopping. Here's some of the action, Bernardo.
And I don't know how Kenny Bayless had the strength and the respect for Paulie Ayala not to stop the fight. Most definitely, Ayala was hurt near the end, but Kenny Bayless was a great referee. He let him fight it out. He saw that it wasn't defending himself, but he all of a sudden came back with a flurry. He gave Ayala the benefit of the doubt, and he deserved it. Those flurries were impressive. We're going to the decision with Michael Buffer.
For these two 126-pound warriors. The scoring is as follows. Bert Clements has it 117 to 111. John Keane scores it 117 to 111. And Erik Kam scores it 116 to 112. All for the winner. Now the champion once again, El Terrible Erik
A big 12th round for Erik Morales. A dominant victory.